Welcome back, Arachnid Soul. Still here watching AEW versus New Japan Forbidden Door live on pay-per-view 2023, and I've just wrapped up the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. That's International Wrestling Grand Prix for some of you. It was Jungle Boy Jack Perry, the challenger, along with Hook in his corner, taking on Seiya Sanada. Red Shoes was the referee, so we've got a legend in this match. I'm surprised that this was the match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the belt that I grew up watching in New Japan, the belt that over a period of years was the most respected, prestigious belt in Japan, and maybe in pro wrestling in some circles. Jungle Boy is the challenger. Jungle Boy had a shot at the AEW Championship in a Four Pillars match on the last pay-per-view I called. You can find the review of that match here on my YouTube channel. Jungle Boy with another shot at another major championship, and I start to think back to all those great actual heavyweights who competed for and won that belt. Liger never won that belt, but Jungle Boy's got a shot at it here. He's taking on Seiya Sanada, a guy who I watched grow up in, in Wrestle One and TNA Impact Wrestling. Sanada, a former TNA X Division Championship, the first major championship and exposure of his career. He's very familiar with both the Japanese and the American style, so I said this one will be interesting. And it was. It was the single best match I've ever seen Jungle Boy Jack Perry have. He brought a fight that he didn't bring in that Roosh match that happened not too long ago on AEW Dynamite. The chops, the clotheslines, the European uppercuts, both of these guys were laying this stuff in. Nobody was holding back. Now, unfortunately, even after all these years, my one complaint with Sanada, this stupid Paradise Lock, and I've censored the language on that one because I wanted to say something else. One of the dumbest moves in pro wrestling. I mean, a move that's even somehow dumber than Scotty 2 Hottie's worm chop. But we had to see the Paradise Lock teased twice and then finally hooked. It was the move, for anybody who doesn't know what it is, it's basically the move that Doink the Clown had as his fatality finisher on Super Nintendo in that WWF Monday Night Raw game. In any case, aside from that, that was a great match that I just witnessed. Seiya Sanada coming off the top with that moonsault. We've seen him both team with and feud with the great Muta, Keiji Muto, whatever you want to call him, and I hope Sanada's knees are going to be great years from now because he's doing that moonsault, and part of the moonsault, when you do it that way, is you're slamming your knees into that hard ring mat, the wooden frame under there. It's very unforgiving, doesn't care about human knees. But, maybe Sanada at some point will stop doing it or do it on special occasions. We saw Jack Perry get Sanada in Sanada's own finishing move, a move that Owen Hart used as a finisher for a while, the Beast Choker that Owen was taught by Dan the Beast Severn years ago, which is basically a dragon sleeper, and then from the rear mount you get the hooks in, you hook the ankles. A devastating move. Both guys managed to get it on one another. No one could get a submission, but like I said, at the end of the night, it was that top turnbuckle snap moonsault from Seiya Sanada. I guess he's lost his first name at this point. 1, 2, 3. Seiya Sanada keeps the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and to be honest with you, of planet Earth. It is a world championship. And then afterwards, Jungle Boy Jack Perry decided on the entrance ramp as he walked back up there with Hook that he was going to drill Hook with a stiff lariat. And I don't know the history between these two. It was actually my first time ever seeing Hook. I understand that's Taz's kid. He's got the FTW belt, the unrecognized world championship, the F the World championship, as we used to call it back in the ECW days. So we're going to see what comes out of that. In any case, Seiya Sanada will head back to Japan, still your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. If you have not done it yet, please do me a favor and subscribe or at least hit the thumbs up on the way out. I'm working hard on these videos. It's not easy sitting here watching some of these matches. There was a match before this that had Orange Juice Boy in it. When I saw him walk out, I did it, skip it because that's the rule, and I told you I was going to skip anything with him. Hopefully that match was good, and if you watched it, you enjoyed it, and I will be back to call more of the great action here. This has been a very solid pay-per-view so far. I mean, I don't know what Orange Juice Boy did, but the rest of it's been good. I skipped the pre-show. Man, I'm excited. I'm bored, but also excited. This is going to be a long pay-per-view. I went to AEW once. I feel like they kept me there for 6 hours. So hopefully this pay-per-view doesn't go that long. I'm excited to see American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and Samoa Joe, and Roderick Strong. Stay with me. More on tap. It's your boy Arachnid Soul, and I will be back.